Well, hello and welcome to Speed Gaming 4, everybody. Yeah, I'm TGE. You're probably all shuddering that I'm doing commentary and wondering what's going on. I promise you nothing special is going on. I just felt like coming back and doing a little talking tonight. As I said, I'm TG. I am joined here by Norestra. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing well. Somehow I got suckered into this with you.
Well, your options were this or watching Baby Shark with your kids.
True.
So anyway, again, this is just the normal weekly race here. We got a fun little flag set here. This flag set actually is the same flag set that Nora and I use when we're doing some Lua co-op. Don't worry about the co-op stuff. That's for some next week stuff. But basically, it's generalish randomization. If anybody watched the SG live races, this is very similar to what we saw there. This has a little more on the random side with the HP and stuff. But basically, this is very similar to those SG live flags.
And so our runners are going to experience a little bit of pain and suffering. We did put them in First Quest Overworld, so there will be 3 large secrets, but we'll make them find their way through the shapes.
Yeah, I mean, it's also mixed quests, so Recorder Power Bracelet going to be a little more needed than normal, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. And I know we've played these enough, so there's a lot of things I personally, like, I want to see, when I'm playing this, I want to see the Any key as the Armos item. So, of course, for these guys, I want it to be the book, which technically the book could be a boomstick. It could be maps, it could be translation, who knows?
But if we find it under the Armos, it will not be Boomstick, unfortunately, for these guys.
Yeah, so real quick, just to run down, we have got Chest Jerk in the upper left, Captain Green 7 in the lower left, Alsoa in the upper right, and Therwolf in the lower right, and we are off. And this is a fantastic start scene to go, and we've already got silver arrows on the coast, so ladder 100% hard required, and already a candle. Wow, I think we gave them easy mode already.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
No, the Billy Mays room is in Super Metroid.
Yes, but we didn't talk about one flag that our runners are probably going to hate us the most for.
Plus or minus 4 HP?
No. Extra bosses.
Oh, that's right. I'm so used to it now, I don't even think of it as a thing anymore. But yeah, extra boss is definitely going to be a thing. So this could be one of those fabled, oops, all Patra seeds. And if there are, I can pretty much guarantee someone's name is getting cursed. Probably mine. And to answer the question, the middle column that you see in there, that is to let everybody know what location each of the items was in. Because when you're doing a randomizer, one of the most common questions people will come in and ask is, where was X item found? This just shows you where that was. In this case, you see the little dock symbol next to the silver arrows. That means it is on the coast where the heart container normally is. Speaking of heart containers, the Armos item is in fact one.
Not a bad early find, as our runners are discovering that, well, your favorite bomb droppers, Octoroks, have rolled up on HP, so that's not an easy kill on the overworld, as we've got Dark Nuts as well running around.
Yeah, Darkness on the overworld is actually something our runners are probably happy to see right now, especially considering their only weapon is the blue candle. That means, aside from whiz robes, their blue candle can deal effective damage to anything they'll run into in the underworld that is not a boss. This does not necessarily mean they'll be able to kill it, but it does make wanting to dive into a dungeon without a sword a little bit easier.
And our runners are discovering the inroads. Fairly decent inroads for us. We've got one on Death Mountain, one in the grave, one on the coast, and one right by our start location. So really good traversal here.
Yeah, definitely cannot complain about that. Good any roads in this flag set are fantastic, especially when you have disgusting overworlds involving Wizrobes and Lionels. We've had a couple of those. Trust me, they're not fun. And by not fun, I mean usually if you watch us do it, I'm cussing Nora out the entire time because Nora's preferred way to play the game is the Wizrobe looks soft, I wanted to hug it.
But it needed a hug. And level 5 at...
Level 5.
Level 5.
Well then, I mean, it is a random 5, so it's not fully vanilla, but we do have the vanilla location, which is always fun. It is always fun when you're playing a game that is supposed to be randomized and you run into something at its vanilla location. You're taking it back more when it's at its vanilla location. Also, that is a Triforce you have to pick up in that room in order to get through.
Yeah. And Captain Green being our runner to find the sword, but more importantly, found our large secret at 59.
That is a disgusting large secret, but here's the thing to keep in mind. Just because the large secret is a small number does not mean it's a low money seed, because the medium secret could still be a thing, and also we could find things super easy. Like, for example, ladder is going to give us arrows, so unless the ladder is Goma blocked, we're fine there. That's money we don't have to purchase. If you come across a red ring, you're good there. However, that 26 medium secret does mean things are going to be a little dicey on the money side if it ends up being a seed where money is required to purchase things.
And we get our first ink block of the night, and that's a level 5.
That just looks like Trogdor hucking a loogie.
Someone get him some tissues, please.
Who, me or Trogdor?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. But I do love seeing a segment there, and I love the trick that Chess Jerk just did, going in and out to unlock the bomb door, bomb wall there, because of the way that pirouetting works. So fantastic. One of my favorite tricks here. Unfortunately, we have lots of breakfast food here in this level 5, so our blue candle, not going to be very good against them.
No, and you're not going to be able to communicate this room without a little bit of work. If at all.
Yeah, no, with the blue moblins there being super chunky, you're definitely not going to be able to do that with just the candle. Now, the other thing to keep in mind here, a couple of things. Fairwolf getting all kinds of hearts, already up to 6, so the white sword item for him, guaranteed to be get. But more importantly, that sword that Captain Green found, that was in a disgusting location for the other 3 runners that we see here. It was up in the far northeast corner where the 100 secret usually is. So none of our runners here are going to be getting to that anytime soon. Fairwolf did find some bombs, however, and we got a lot of explosives.
Yes. We do also have level 6 here.
Yep. Captain Green with a fantastic reverse clip there. But the best news about this room is the fact that the orange Gorias go down to 1 wood sword stab, which means bombs in these dungeons are going to be a little bit easier to come by because it's just 1 push of your A button. Also, money or life, 43 rupees or a heart.
Oh, we've got bananas and wizards together in the dungeon tonight.
Fairwolf going to be super happy there. Finds the white sword item. It's the white sword itself, so doesn't even have to go up to that upper east corner. That is a fantastic find. Well, I used 1 alliteration. You're at a loss for words. It was 2 Fs. That's it.
I mean, I'm used to the 2 Fs. Forfeit. But they're finding level 7 at vanilla start here.
Yeah, and a great time to find it after picking up the white sword. 7 is one of those dungeons you're much more likely to go searching into it if you have a weapon, as opposed to if you do not have a weapon. Although, speaking of, there is everybody's favorite thing on the floor. Those are logs. Those are logs. They are big and heavy in wood. Bonus points if you are old enough to get that reference.
I sadly do.
Also, CG7 trying for a Kananaki there. Unfortunately, it was a push block shutter door, so was unable to get that Kananaki.
More interesting, there's our second Mugger room, and Thero's going to pay the heart. But on Captain Green's screen, you did see that Goma in the reverse C room. That could spell trouble later on.
I love the fact that chat is going into the log song, and it's fantastic. Chat, you all rock.
Don't encourage him.
Oh, please do. And for those of you who are watching this later on YouTube, I expect to see it in the YouTube comments too. So we do have a couple of dragons here. We've got the Aquamentus on Captain Green's side with, I don't know what the heck that level 6 is, but it's certainly something. And then we have the Gleeok that was on Theorwolf's side, not giving us nearly as much fun, but there is a free Triforce.
Yeah, but I'd rather have the musical instrument hanging out with the Wizards there in 6, as Captain Green's found a recorder.
Now, the unfortunate thing for us is, well, I don't tend to do commentary with sound on until we get to level 9, so I won't be able to know what is what a recorder tune is, so y'all have to help us out when we get to that chat. And Theorwolf is in an embarrassment of pointy objects. We have another sword down there in the lower right-hand screen.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see that with these 3 runners.
But there's 4 runners.
Well, Also is here.
Fair enough.
We haven't talked about Also in a little while.
Nope, I hope Alsoa watched this back and then immediately sent you a message. But no, Alsoa did, in fact, find the wood sword up there in the upper right, and unfortunately then got absolutely mugged by a bunch of Gibdos up in the Lost Hills. So does have that. But all of our runners now do have a permanent weapon, except for Chest Jerk. But he does have a Triforce. And yes, to answer the question in chat, there are 3 swords. There's the wooden sword, which Alsoa and Captain Green have. There's the white sword, which deals 2 HP of damage, as opposed to the 1 hit point of damage the wood sword does. That's the one that Theorwolf has. And the one that you saw that said, I like swords, with the red handle, that is the magic sword, and it deals 4 HP worth of damage.
Chester revisiting some areas we've already seen from Theorwolf with 7. Captain Green heading it to 5. Now, someone's going to take us on the coast for a little bit of a tour of the beachfront property out here.
I mean, I do love some good beachfront property, although I live in a coastal state, so, I mean, to me it's like, yay, it's the beach. That means I'm going to come home and dump sand from, like, every pocket of every pair of swim trunks I have, even the ones that didn't go to the beach. And to continue the questions there, the way the sword pickups work in this game, wooden sword you can get for free no matter how many hearts you have. The white sword, or if it's shuffled to a different item in the randomizer, requires between 4 and 6 hearts in the randomizer, but 5 hearts in the vanilla game. With the magic sword, that requires between 10 and 14 hearts in the randomizer, or 12 hearts in the vanilla game.
Now, so I'm making the decision here to purchase arrows, even though we know silvers are on the coast. I would bet at this point, just assuming that it's worth it to have the items and not be stopped, picking up bait as well.
Well, I don't hate that pickup here, because if you do happen to come across the bow, you can immediately start using it, and that is an upgrade from the wood sword. Also, it makes Pole's voice ridiculously easy to kill, and makes it so that Gomas are no longer a problem. Actually, you do not need any of the upgraded swords to be able to beat Ganon. You can beat Ganon with the wood sword. The only difference between the swords is how many stabs it takes to beat Ganon. 15, 8, and 4, respectively, going from wood to white to magical. You do 100% need the silver arrows. That is a guaranteed thing. The silver arrows are the only way you can defeat Ganon at the end. But again, that's something we like get into a little bit more when we get into level 9. Speaking of levels, though, hey Nora, we found level 4.
We'll see if anyone forgets this spot, but that is definitely at the forgotten spot.
Yeah, that spot's an absolute pain to find a good way to route it in. But Theorwolf has found it, and we've got another map. So chat, go ahead and let's play Name That Ink Blot.
Captain Green finding one of our floor hearts in 5. But between our runners, we've only found what looks to be 1 key. So that's turning into a problem as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's a big thing here. Is especially with flag sets like Shapes, where you don't necessarily know what you're getting into. Resource management is huge. Unfortunately, CJ needing 6 hearts for that white sword, that's got to be disappointing. But when I say resource management, I mean your bombs, your keys. It can be the difference between a winning path and a losing path in level 9, or finding good/bad items in other levels. Alsoa also coming across the white sword there. Both him and CJ have to be a little disappointed that it's 6 hearts.
Especially CJ, since he doesn't actually have a sword.
So, hey, Nora.
Yeah.
Are you being so quiet because you're taking notes on how to play this game?
I mean, it won't help, but yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure because I can ramble on forever if I need to.
I think that was part of it too. Is you were doing your standard rambling, and I was like, well, let's let him go.
That's fair. To answer the question here, how Therwolf got the white sword as 6 heart item with only 5 hearts, he ran into a mugger room in one of the dungeons where he gave up a heart. That is how.
And we do have a level 6 sighting now.
A level 6 sighting?
Mm-hmm. Therwolf poked his head into the bomb wall over by the letter cave, and there happens to be a level there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you said that. I'm like, I see a level 5 and a level 7. I don't see a level 6. I was wondering if you were averaging it out there.
Yeah, I think we found it earlier, but just noting it here.
Link to the Past. No, the game does not remember if you give it up, but because Therwolf had the white sword, and before he gave up the heart, he was able to pick it up. So the game just counts the number of hearts you have when you walk over the top of the item. That's all it cares about.
And so from the notes that I've seen out of, I believe it was Captain Green in level 4, that we're looking at a ladder block in there.
That is 100% what I saw. We have 2 of our runners in level 7 as well, and 1 in level 6. I shut up there because we had some recorder music playing, and chat, go ahead and let's play Name That Tune. All right, so continuing on, we have got Chest Jerk now, who does have the white sword with the 6th heart, easily dispatching that Gliok, unfortunately getting nothing for the efforts. Alsoa finding even more money. So like I said, just because we don't have large number in the large secret doesn't mean money is going to be a huge issue. We've already seen Alsoa buy the arrows and the meat and still have 138 rupees. Immediately, instinctively went up to try and grab the magical sword, but with only 5 hearts, we are definitely not strong enough to pick that up. We got to head back to the gym and work on bicep day.
Definitely. Because legs in a different randomizer.
Yes, it is.
But one flag we didn't mention is Chest Jerk's going to pick up the Triforce out of 7. Our runners hopefully read the flag set correctly, because key items can be in 9, and that ladder, assuming we can get all the Triforces, could be sitting in there.
Right, that's a very big if considering what we saw in level 4. So basically,
Yes.
if you've never seen this before, we say important items or key items in 9. There are certain items that are considered important items. That is, they can block things on the overworld or in dungeons that could lead to Triforces. Those items being the bow, the ladder, the raft, the recorder, and the power bracelet. Any of those 5 items are considered key items. So normally, if you don't have that flag on, they cannot be in level 9. But in this set of flags, if the specific item in question is not blocking access to any of the Triforces, then it can in fact be in level 9. Speaking of blocking access to things, how about level 3?
Well, it's usually a good dungeon to find, except for when you have a river in it.
I mean, yes, and the smaller number of dungeons are good to find, like levels, 1, 2, and 3, because they're exactly that. They're smaller dungeons, so they tend to have take up less time. And this is a genie's magic lamp.
It really is.
So if you're Captain Green, what are you wishing for?
Ladder.
Okay, fair. And yes, for those in chat who, again, may have never seen this before, if we're here in the booth and we're asking name that Inkwad or name that tune, by all means, get that guess in chat, have some fun, get those names out. Like, we want to have fun, we want to have interactive, like, we want you guys to be interacting with us. So absolutely, get your guesses in chat. Don't go crazy, don't spam it, but please have some fun, get those guesses in chat. And if you think level 3 is something other than a genie's magic lamp, go ahead and tell us. We might take that idea under consideration.
Definitely. Chess finding the hints. They were extremely cheap. I don't think anything was over 20. Deciding not to buy them, even though they are mixed hints.
Right, and mixed hints means there is a 50% chance they're going to tell you some good information, or a 50% chance they are community-generated phrases that are just going to be crazy. And speaking of crazy, how about that ladder in level 6 for Therewolf?
Level 6 is loaded. Therewolf will hopefully find the recorder in here as well, as with Mixed Quest, Recorder's value is substantially larger than it is in First Quest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that ladder is a huge boon for Therewolf, because that means level 4 is now accessible. That means the silver arrows are now accessible. That is absolutely a fantastic find. So unfortunately, Captain Green's wish that you made for him, not gonna come true.
Now that Therewolf's going to pick up that wonderful recorder and be able to proceed through 6 to hopefully get the Triforce out of here.
Well, good news, we know what the Triforce is. Bad news, there's a Goma.
Well, actually that's good news for our runners.
Why?
It tells you the bow can't be in 9.
True. Also, you see what's bad news? Did you see the amount of stabby stabs that those gels were taking over on Captain Green's screen?
I'm good. That's one of those where it's like, I don't really want to fight gels anymore. Give me the Wizrobes.
Also, CJ with an absolutely beautiful Force 10 on that rope. That was gorgeous. Did you see how he did that?
I can't count to 10.
True, but I mean, he opened the thing, had the 2 bombs left, lapped the rope to chase him, dropped the bomb, and exploded as the rope went over. It was beautiful in all senses of the word.
It was absolutely amazing. This Gleeok fight being a little bit more cumbersome on half a heart.
Absolutely it is, but CG7 doing a great job with it right now. Fantastic Gleeok fight. Doesn't get rewarded with anything other than a heart, but still, just an absolutely sublime fight. That is a hard fight to do on 5 hearts green tunic. Just put it this way. In the vanilla game, the game expects you to have 7, 8 hearts, and the white sword, and potentially the blue ring when you fight your first Gleeok. That's only 2 heads. And we also did just see a hint there on CG7's side. We're going to see it again here, telling us that Gleeok returns by the Lost Hills. Gleeok returns is the hint for level 8, not level 4, because both level 4 and level 8 have Gleeok as their final boss. So that's good information to have, because we haven't seen level 8 yet, which means it's probably Power Bracelet locked.
That's what it's looking like. We're getting our first trip up the mountain from Chester and see what's up on our favorite Death Mountain spots.
Yeah. Alsoa, unfortunately, finding the same issue that CJ had. That is not a canonical room. Unfortunately, it is a push block. So, womp womp. And red candle there in 3, not a bad find at all, especially if you have some of the enemies that are a little bit chunkier. Ropes aren't that bad, and the red candle putting in work here against these blue Tektites. The red candle also going to be fantastic against any likes we might come across. Bad news for CG7, just a heart container. Good news for us, the beeping stops.
Yes. CJ heading into level 4 now. Is going to discover that ladder block.
Yeah, the more I see that level 4 map, the more I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm fresh out ideas on that one.
Also, trying to lure the gel down here for a Kanana key. Or not. There's a regular key there. Besides, I don't need to bother. I've been in that room.
CG7 making the decision to buy arrows as well at this point, not knowing where that ladder is.
CJ going ahead and picking up a 4-pack of bombs. As we noted earlier, bombs super cheap. Also, speaking of things that are super cheap, how about the HP pool on those orange whiz robes? 1 white sword stab went ka-flooey.
Yeah, give me that any day.
Yeah, Therwolf going to go ahead and pick up the silver arrows there because they're just an up A away when that's our start screen. Going to sail across the water here to the normal take any spot, but instead is just going to find 8 delicious rupees. I thought it was 26. My bad.
So far, our exploration of the mountain has really not provided much of anything.
I mean, it did provide that fantastic Force 10 count bomb.
Yes.
But aside from that, you're right. Also, the little Diglets here are a little on the thickum side.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the easiest fight. They do tend to get faster as you do more damage to them, so they get moving. And well, there is something up on Death Mountain. It's your and my favorite screen.
Oh, excellent. But we do have level 2 here, and we got Vyres and Lionels, and we have Wall Masters who thankfully died to the White Sword. But CJ says, this room is bad. I'm just going to pick up the Triforce and come back in a minute. Alsoa back on the screen where he got mugged by Gibdos last time, nearly gets mugged by them again, and then gets mugged by the old man.
That's a lot of mugging.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Also, CJ sees the clock and goes ahead and does grab it. Not necessarily the best room to get a clock in, but anytime you can freeze anything with projectiles, it's never a bad thing. However, you know what is a bad thing?
That Patra.
Not only that Patra, but unless this room drops a key or 2 is segmented, CJ's got nothing else he can do in here. Although that was a beautiful Patra fight.
It was a beautiful Patra fight, but I'm hoping for a segmented 2. Aww. Always like a good segmented 2.
I know, we've seen some pretty good maps over in the Discord on the Shaping Up Nicely channel. There's been there's like a 4 segment 2. Like, there are some fantastic maps.
There is. We've seen the full 9, which is pretty impressive.
Yes, the full-on 8x8, the 64 blocks of absolute thickness. Can I get away with saying absolute thickness?
Yeah. I think we're still on the air.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I could say absolute thickness.
I haven't heard a bunny come in here and rip us off the air yet.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, the only thing bunnies are doing is ripping Elsoa off a level 5, as you just saw there. Thank you, Paul's voice, for the perfect segue.
Yeah, speaking of the Z1 Discord, while we're kind of on this adventure through dungeons we've already seen and looking for stuff, if you're not in the Z1R Discord, join us. We have things like Seed of the Week and Co-op Seed of the Week. And Teach, my partner over here, trying to get the bot to work, and much like our runners getting thwarted.
I don't claim to be the most technologically literate, okay? But we do have Farewell fighting the Triforce in level 3, CG7 going back into level 7 because, well, 7. So if CG7 is in 7, is it 14 or 49?
It's never 7.
Okay, I get it, but I was just asking.
It's probably 14 now.
Okay, fair enough. Elsoa continuing on in 5, Thero continuing on in 3, CG7 continuing to stab Wizrobes down like it is his job, and Chester giving us another tour of the fantastic Hyrulean coastline with some absolutely beautiful white sandy beaches.
There's too much dark nut on my beach there.
Okay, so continuing on, Elsoa did get the recorder out of that 6, so he too is also going to be able to go ahead and take out this Dig Dogger, this delightfully delicious Dig Dogger, because there's your 3D's alliteration, because I'm trying to do that. And we have an item in 5, and that's a fantastic item to find here. Elsoa, the first of runners to acquire the Any key, so all of those locked doors that were getting in his way, no longer a problem.
That I know a couple years ago we had a poll in the Z1R community. I think Wand won, but that is the best item in this game.
And do note that also I did have to use that bait in order to get to that room.
You heard what the mysterious voice on the bat phone said.
Yeah, bait required for any key. Nice.
And CG7 going to go ahead and pick up another Triforce, which is good because we need all 8 Triforces, but more importantly, it's good for us because the beeping has stopped again, and we always like it when the beeping stops. CG7,
I'm used to the beeping.
Well, yes, you're used to the beeping. I'm used to you complaining about the beeping. That doesn't mean I don't like the beeping. Like, the beeping needs to stop. Anyway, CG7 leaving 7, CJ up in the Upper East Coast, finding a large secret here. Elsoa still in level 5. Fairwolf still in level 3. Did I miss anything so far?
It doesn't look like it. No one's really happy right now.
I'm happy. You happy?
I'm having a great time. There's pain and suffering on my screen.
And for once, it's not yours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a great time. It's a holiday weekend. I got tomorrow off. I got some chicken in the fridge marinating. I got some whoopie pies cooling off so they can be frosted when this is done. Strawberry pink lemonade, for those who are wondering. No, I will not give you the recipe. It's proprietary. Look it up on Food Network. It's very simple. Oh yeah, that room that CJ was in right now, that was disgusting. Like,
No, that's that's a no.
Yeah, that's a big old no there. Like anytime you went into a room and the first thing you're greeted with is just the sound of boop, 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 which is my sound of Wizrobes firing their beams, you never want that.
No, but very good reception in that room.
Chat calling me out for the fact that I have whoopie pies. And I don't have them yet. They're in the process of being made. And to answer the question, it is chicken thighs being marinated in a homemade Asian-style marinade.
CG7 has made the commitment here with the potion that he's going to get a low percent, it looks like, for this.
Well, I mean, you've already found the white sword item. You've picked it up. All of these runners are skilled enough to not need the magical sword at all. Yeah, it's great if you come across it. This is the heart shuffle flag, so there's still a very good chance that CG7 could come across enough hearts to pick up the magical sword. But I absolutely agree with this. You know, go ahead, grab the potion there. If you come across the red ring, great. But you know, all of these runners, they don't need that bonus safety that is the magical sword.
Absolutely. They're with buying the hints and getting scammed on all three, which is the best thing ever.
I mean, you know, it's just like buying a lottery ticket. Most of the time you lose, but when you win, it feels good. Also finishing up with the second heart container, the second item in level 5, which was a heart container. So he is now at 7 hearts, white sword, with right now, I don't want to say the biggest advantage with the any key, because the biggest advantage right now still goes to Thirwolf with the ladder, but that any key is a pretty big dungeon equalizer.
Absolutely. The only problem Alsoa has is, we have the meme of I can't find the bow. Alsoa does have a meme himself. He can't ever find the ladder. So we'll see if that holds true.
I mean, you say meme, I say entertaining Twitch television.
Absolutely. Thirwolf's going to buy the second set of hints here. And did these guys go to the Zora School of Scamelot?
Apparently, yes.
0 for 6 on the hints. That is rude.
Yeah, we've seen one true hint right now, and that's the one that CG7 found with level 8 being up in Lost Hills. But how about that level 9 in the level 7 Recorder Lake? Also, shout out to that lake clip, because that was very snazzy. But Recorder is doubly required here tonight, getting us into level 9. That's a great hiding spot, too.
That's always fantastic, because a lot of people will just forget that one.
You're not speaking from experience, are you?
I do believe I had a weekly or a tournament race where I checked every screen and forgot to check that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is you play a game enough, whether it's Zelda 1 randomizer, Zelda 3 randomizer, Final Fantasy 4 free enterprise, like even just like any sort of randomizer, you play it enough, you are going to have some stories where it's like, yeah, I did this stupid thing.
Some of us more than others.
I wasn't going to go there, but since you did, yeah, Nora definitely has more than the rest of us do. Thirwolf also finding level 9 there, so he's going to go ahead and hit the save button there to continue on his trek through Hyrule.
And Captain Green 7 here is being asked. He is green, but he is not Mario. We're going to get the scam hints again.
I mean, it might be a scam, but I'm enjoying it. So Alsoa coming across level 3 here, which is in the desert. We already knew this was, but he's going to go ahead and get the map, find out that he's in the genie's lamp, and well, there's clear. That's nice, right?
I mean, yes, right now the big prize our runners are looking for would be level 1 and the bow. Everything else is kind of okay at this point to find.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, I think the power bracelet would help too, because I believe we've determined the power bracelet unlocks level 8. And what we've seen so far, the power bracelet's looking like it's going to unlock level 1 as well. But Alsoa Fantastic does take the right path here in 3, finds the 2 items back to back. That was the red candle room he was just in, gets the heart container here. So it's now just a matter of the Triforce, and he is good to go. Fantastically fast frolic through 3.
Now you're just trying too hard.
Am I, though?
Probably. Did it hurt?
No, not at all. Did it sound like it hurt it?
A little bit.
I mean, I was trying to not go at a frenetic pace so you can understand what I was saying. But anyway, that's enough for the letter F and the alliterations. Let's continue on through level 4. We haven't seen this yet before. We've got some Gurias here in an NSU room, and the latter being put to great use there by Therwolf. So, Nora, question for you.
Yes, Steve.
We're about 40 minutes into this seed. If you're our runners here, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the power bracelet's in 4.
And that's going to put a huge advantage into Therwolf's lap now. There is no location on the overworld that he cannot get to. So level 1 and 8's locations are just a matter of time before we get to them. That also does mean that this ladder was 100% required, not just for the silver arrows, but also to get access to other dungeons. So gotta love it when that happens. Gotta hate it when a Gleeok decides it wants to head you off at the pass.
Definitely. Chester did find the bomb upgrade. It is a good deal. $99 for, looks like a 5-pack?
That's a 6-pack.
Oh, 6-pack, yeah.
Because if you start with 8 and you have 14...
I don't do math on Twitch.
I'm just saying it couldn't be an odd number if you went from even to an even.
No math!
This is the second time I've done math. No one called me out the first time. I assumed it was all right. What isn't all right, though, is finding level 9 without anything to do in it. Alsoa goes ahead and finds it up in the upper right-hand corner. More recorders being played by Therwolf here, as this Dig Dogger is going to get the dirty dancing business of the bombs.
Yeah, at this point, Therwolf is going to use one of the little tricks here, most likely, to kill one of the Dig Dogger Diglets and then run out the door and kill the other 2.
100%. I absolutely love that little trick here. And CG7 has found level 2, which, that's great, except for the fact, he has keys, so he can actually continue on in this too. CJ did not have any keys when he was up here, and that is what caused him to not be able to fully plunder level 2 of all its goodies.
And Captain Green here, killing that room off with the bubbles. That room will not respawn, so no need to kill it again. We'll just pick the Triforce up on the way out.
Yeah. Also, Therwolf finding the wand on the floor in level 4. So level 6 having the goods with the recorder and the ladder. Level 4 having the goods with the power bracelet and the wand. Absolutely love to see that. That basically doubles Therwolf's damage output, except, of course, against Wizrobes.
Yeah, but with the Wizrobes being, at least the red ones being squishy, I'm not too worried about that at this point.
No, but you're also not playing.
I'm very grateful not to be playing tonight.
Yeah, this would be a good one. I can imagine us doing a co-op of this, and I can imagine the cursing that would be happening.
Speaking of co-op, I do believe that the next week's Speed Gaming Weekly is planning to be a co-op. Is that what I heard?
I think so, but more importantly, we've got level 1 on Fairwolf's side. It was recorder blocks, so that is 3 dungeons in this seed that have to be accessed by playing a jaunty little sea shanty.
And if I'm Fairwolf, this is the level I want to find after finding that power bracelet. I know it's recorder blocked, but you're very happy to see this. 3 what should be quick, easy items, probably all heart containers, but get it over with and get it off your board.
Yeah, absolutely. Early compass too, so you have that. And if you're Fairwolf, you're peeking in here to see what's going on in that room, so you know what's happening. You don't have to kill anything, so you know it's just free to come back and get. And now at Fairwolf, you are 100% in a bow hunt because you are in bow mode. Find the bow and you get to go. CG7 picking up a 4-pack of bombs there as Fairwolf continuing to just motor on through this level 1, putting the wand and the white sword to good use here as just making mincemeat of all of these Tektites.
And who cares about the any key when you've got 10 keys?
The 10 key?
No.
Hey, that's my first roll of the night. It's been 45 minutes.
Well, there's your second because there's the yellow banana.
All hail, Fairwolf not going to pick it up there. I disapprove of the not picking it up there, but I can understand you're in a race. I absolutely understand why people would not pick it up. Doesn't mean I approve of it. I'm just saying I understand it.
No, absolutely. We found a heart container on the floor. I would expect Fairwolf to grab the Triforce out of here pretty quick and move on.
Yeah, we just got to find the third and final item here in level 1. Bombs, not the third and final item, but a good item to find nonetheless. Alsoa going to stumble across level 1 here as well on this lovely little recorder screen. So 2 of our runners in level 1, 1 in level 2, 1 in level 5. Unfortunately, the math doesn't add up there because 2 plus 1 plus 1 does not equal 5. Or is it 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1? Anyway,
Why
I
do you
forget.
insist on doing math on Twitch?
It was a clue reference.
It's still math.
Yes, but Tim Curry.
And we have the book as our final item in 1.
Yes, so that means the bow is either in 8 or it's here in this. What is that level 2?
Yes.
I mean, I don't disagree with what was being said in chat there. It definitely looks like some sort of a firearm of some sort, but yeah.
Speaking of firearms, hello, Lionels. In a shooter room.
Yes, fair enough. Also, that book in level 1 tells us that, well, we don't have Boomstick on, which is disappointing. We saw that we were getting hints already, so the book is not translation, also disappointing. So the only thing the book could possibly be is maps, which, if it is, fantastic. But we didn't pick it up because we have the wand on Fairwolf's side, so...
Also, leaving the banana on the ground.
Him and I will have to have words later.
And at this point, the only dungeon you really need a map for is 8. We know where the map in 7 is. You need the ladder to get it. So really, 8 and 9 are the only ones you're going to get value out of.
Yeah, like with Fairwolf already having the wand, there's no reason to pick up the book here. If you're Alsoa, you might consider it because of the possibility that it is maps. But yeah, Fairwolf, you 100% do not need to pick up the map right now. CG7 also finding level 1, so we've got 2 runners in level 1, 2 runners in level 2, and this is 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2.
Again with the math.
Okay, math or puns, your choice.
Is it bad that I want the puns back?
You heard it, people. He wants the puns. You heard it.
Then we have synchronized up A's from Elso and Theirwolf as they are scratching their heads on where to go in their respective dungeons.
Yeah, CG7 piling up all those Lionels together and creating a conflagration of them with just burning them with that red candle. Also, remember how at the beginning of this seed nobody had keys, Nora?
Yeah, everyone's got just a silly amount except for Gesture.
Yeah, well, that's because they're all in level 1.
Clearly.
Also, I agree with chat here, Nora, 100%. That you co-signed on the puns. You brought this upon yourself, my friend. It could have just been the math, but you had to tempt fate. And Alsoa did find level 2, and the book is mapped, so Alsoa gonna get some bonus value out of that book, so he now knows where he's gonna be going in every dungeon he decides to delve. I believe Nora EXE has stopped working. We will try to reset him and get him back here as soon as possible.
I'm here. It does appear Theirwolf is making a beeline to level 6 at this point. Or maybe the power bracelet spot up here on the northern section to see if we can find level 8.
Which we do. There is level 8. So Theirwolf still has to find the bow, because we know from what we saw in level 6, because I'm pretty sure it was a Goma block Triforce, so bow is 100% going to be in here, assuming we found everything else from every other dungeon so far. And I think we have?
Yeah, I have everything marked for every dungeon except for maybe the second item in 7, which I believe is ladder blocked. I'm not sure what the second item in 2 was, but I believe it was a heart container. I haven't seen it on... I've seen one heart container. I didn't see a second one.
No, we do get the hint about level 3 Manhandle threatening in the desert. We also get a Triforce over on Theirwolf's side. Gonna hit that, get to the 10 hearts. Or, I mean, sorry, not Theirwolf, Captain Green's side. I apologize. There is the bow on the ground, so Theirwolf is in go mode. Also, that map on level 8, it's the dinosaur tank on the bridge from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, absolutely is.
And Theirwolf also picking up another heart container as well. So, you know, you find it, you might as well pick it up. So now for Theirwolf, it is just a matter of getting into finding the Triforce in 8 and getting into 9. Meanwhile, the rest of our runners are all running into the problem of they didn't pick up the ladder in level 6, and it doesn't look like any of them want to go back to 6 anytime soon. Captain Green going back to 7, CJ not going back to 6, Alsoa still in level 2, so there's a possibility he goes back there now that he has the map, because I do not believe he had one when he was there initially.
Yeah, I do remember the map being fairly easy to get to in 6, but with our runners having recorder... Well, most of our runners having a recorder. Chester still hasn't found the recorder either. I hadn't been into level 6, I don't believe, at all.
Yeah, no, that level 6 was definitely a doozy. Speaking of doozies, that room that CG7 is in, that is not a fun room, but does make short work of it with a blistering array of explosive devices, only to find it is just a transport staircase. Fairwolf, walking into an Aquamanus, finds the best item he could find, which is the compass.
Definitely. He's going to find what looks to be... Ew.
Disgusting, leaving that on the floor where it absolutely belongs. Now just has to make his way over to where that Triforce is, and Fairwolf will be able to go back to level 6, take out the Goma, and then we get to explain the lovely mechanics of level 9. Nora, do you have your notes out for that?
Find Ganon, go pew pew, find girl, walk out the door.
I mean, yes, there is that, but there's a little bit more to it than that. How do you find the Ganon and the girl?
Well, Ganon's quite simple. You listen to the roar. Ganon's loud. He will let you know one room away from him that he is nearby. As far as the girl, if you walk into a room, you kill the room and the shutter door doesn't open, there's the solution to your puzzle.
Yep, absolutely. Coined by, I believe it was Crimson Avix during one of the last tournaments, we were looking for a roar and a door. So that's what we're going to be looking for and listening for here when we get into level 9. So, I mean, hopefully we can get some audio on Fairwolf when he gets to level 9 so we can keep our ears out for our loud piggy friend.
And the other thing our runners will be looking for is, well, yes, the keys are going to start to become a problem. Even though you've got 6 keys, 9 can absolutely destroy your key count.
Unfortunately, we do not have usable audio for Fairwolf tonight.
Thank you, mysterious voice. The mysterious voice you are hearing that is playing the role of Alfred on the bat phone from the old 1960s Batman, that is our wonderful tracker behind the scenes, Curios. So make sure you give some love there. He's the one pushing all the buttons, making sure we all know what is going on the screens.
With that, though, Fairwolf does have the full Triforce, so we are getting our first venture. And the Red Ring is actually in 7. It's the last item in 7.
Wow, we were
Green's going to find
fooled.
that.
But hey, Red Ring, CG7 has to be happy to find that.
I do believe that is going to force 2 heart containers into 9, which gives us basically everything in the seed.
I mean, that usually happens when Heart Shuffle is on. CG7 back into level 5 to continue looking here. Not wanting to go back to level 6. Like I said, none of these runners, aside from Fairwolf, took the time to really dive deep into level 6, and it paid off huge. Alsoa, Cheshire in 7, CG7 in 5. None of our runners opting to go back into the terror that was that Cobra in a Basket level 6.
Yeah, we have a 3-direction 9, and you'll see we started over in the dash column, or in the 9 column, sorry. Hard to tell on these small screens, but a lot of
significantly larger than the dash, Nora.
Yeah, need to get my glasses adjusted.
Apparently. Although we do have a bunch of dig doggers here in level 9. By a bunch, I mean at least one so far.
There's hoping for more.
I mean, we did have a seed where we didn't need the recorder until we needed the recorder. The room right before the room to Zelda was blocked by a dig dogger. It was not fun.
And we find the first of our old men not giving us the hints. Normally, in the randomizer, if you have your normal hints, they'll tell you where the silvers are, where roughly Ganon is, where Zelda is, where the compass is, but not today.
Yeah, absolutely. And when he says roughly where they are, the hint will give you quadrants: northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. So remember earlier we talked about the 8x8 thick boy grid that is level that was level 9. That's what it's divided into. 4 different 4x4 sections. So northeast is the upper 16 rooms, upper left 16. Southeast is the lower left 16 rooms, etc., etc.
And Alsoa's had enough of running around on wood sword or white sword. He went and picked up the magical sword. He's done with this seed.
I mean, 11 Hearts Magical Sword, you're right here. You absolutely check it there. No reason to not check it. It was right next door to level 7 where we already were, and now we're going to dip back into the monstrosity that is level 7. Speaking of dipping back in, CG7 finally dipping back into level 6. Got red ring, white sword, red candle. We're pretty well equipped here.
Yeah, at this point, CG7's saying, come at me, level 6. And then it immediately comes at him with the pack. Wizrobs still.
You had to say something.
It's Wizrobs. Even with all of this, they're still not fun.
The only time Wizrobs are fun is when 0 HP is on.
If you have a boomstick, they're fun.
I mean, that is true. For those who don't know what we're talking about when we say boomstick, there is a setting where you can have the book be purchasable in a shop, and if it does, it turns the fire from the wand when you get it into a bomb explosion. And speaking of bomb explosions, I bet Captain Green gonna go ahead and burn the ladder, so there is a little bit of a bomb explosion there, thinking, I could have had this 30 minutes ago!
Yeah, and this level 9 is absolutely monstrous. We've got 5 holes in that block of cheese.
Hey, Nora?
Yeah?
No math on Twitch.
I didn't do math. I didn't try to figure out how many rooms there were. I just saw how many holes there were.
Yeah, that's still counting. Counting is math.
That's as high as I can count, because I can't get to 10.
I'm just saying, you said no math. I'm just saying no math. Chat, back me up on. Thank you, chat. Thank you for backing me up on this.
No, they said counting is not equal to math.
See, someone's saying truth, more math. See, someone's on my side, and I'm going to stick to that.
They're wrong.
But CG7 did go ahead and acquire the silver arrows. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where we got to go next, and I'm pretty sure CG7 is heading directly to level 4. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 rupees.
Absolutely. Also, very happy to discover that red ring.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got the magic sword. He's got the red ring. He is basically, if we're going to be quoting things from other games here, if we're going a little Final Fantasy III reference here, he would be a fully equipped Onion Knight. Also, love that pretty pink tunic.
That's very pink.
So CJ seeing the terror that flaps in the night way too many times. I'm pretty sure CJ is going to hate Darkwing Duck by the time this is over. CG7 making his way back over here to the Forgotten Spot, which we know is level 4. To continue on through here, this holds the power bracelet he needs to continue the rest of the seed. Alsoa doing the exact same thing, trying to head over to level 4 using a screen scroll here. Does manage to get it, so he's going to find level 4 here. Going to be very disappointed when he can't do much in it. Therwolf going ahead and doing some Link's archery training as he takes out the Tektites with tactile precision.
And Therwolf discovering that Ganon's hired some decent contractors this time. There's not a lot of bomb holes here.
We have our third and final Mugger room. Therwolf with enough money to pay it, with some money to spare to spend for the silver arrows. And I do always get excited every time I see a shutter door, but this time, unfortunately, no princess here, just a way to continue our trek through the dungeon.
I'm sorry, your princess is in another segment.
Yes, absolutely. Captain Green, in addition to burning the ladder, goes ahead and sets the power bracelet ablaze. He can now basically is in go mode or bow mode, as we were jokingly calling it earlier, to continue on. Finds the same Gleeok that Therwolf had didn't have too much fun with earlier, but with Red Ring can absolutely face tank standing in front of all 4 of the Gleeok's heads.
And Therwolf deciding not to clear that Gleeok, just to candle boost his way through the heads, take less damage, and we'll take the staircase.
Alsoa back where he needs to be, back in level 6. We know this is where the ladder is. This is going to put him on the proper path to go mode. Chest Jerk is wandering around Hyrule trying to figure out where he went wrong in this seed, and the answer was by signing up. That's where we all went wrong.
Absolutely. But he is headed in the right direction for level 6. So maybe getting a reprieve here. It does look like he didn't know where 6 was. Just took his sweet time coming back here because it's level 6.
Exactly. Alsoa picking up the ladder as well. That's going to put him on the path to go mode. CG7 getting the Triforce out of 4. And there's the recorder for Chest Jerk. He's probably like, what did I do to miss that? What did I do to deserve it? Also, speaking of things that we deserve, Chest Jerk is the hero we do, in fact, deserve because he's got 20 bombs.
I mean, yes, you need that many bombs.
I mean, absolutely you do.
And you need to use every last one of them on Zelda after you finish the seed.
CJ picking up the map here, discovers he is basically in the coiled up cobra in the bucket. Alsoa recording to level 2, which is the fastest way for him to get to level 4. CG7 in level 8. Fairwolf spiraling out of control down yet another set of stairs here in level 9. Ganon not only hiring some good construction workers, just doing a fantastic job at playing hide and seek.
Yeah, this is unlike Ganon. Usually he likes to leave a lot of cracked walls in here, but really got some top-notch contractors this season.
Yeah, 100%. Fairwolf trying to bomb that Lionel get more bombs, but gets lucky. There is a bomb pack there in the room with the Dig Dogger. CJ now has found the ladder. That's going to allow him to ramp up. He's got the ladder. He's got the recorder. He can absolutely ramp up to continue. You see CG7 here just absolutely stabbing this old man to pieces. The reason he's doing that is to build up a consecutive kills count to try and force a bomb here, and he's also going to find the bow. What I mean by the consecutive kills count is the game keeps track of how many times you hear the boop animation there, that sound thing. And if you kill 10 consecutive enemies without taking a hit, that 10th one is guaranteed to drop an item. If you kill it normally, it's guaranteed to drop a 5 rupee blue rupee. Or if you kill it with a bomb, it is guaranteed to drop a bomb.
Now, interesting to see here, all 3 of our runners that are not in 9 right now are practically on their way to bow mode. The closing speed of these 3 is fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Alsoa has the CG7 has the advantage of being in 8, basically being the last place he needs to go before he gets to 6 in go mode. Alsoa has an advantage insofar as he has the magic sword. CJ has an advantage because he's got a 20 bomb. So all 3 of our runners have something that's going to allow their closing speed to ramp up, to accelerate extremely, extremely quickly.
So while Fairwolf does look relatively safe in this 9 in the lead, until you find Ganon and Zelda, no one is ever safe.
Yep, I mean, it got thrown around a lot in the past, in a lot of tournaments here, but here in the Z1R community, we do refer to level 9 as the Great Equalizer because it is exactly that. It goes back to the resource management we were talking about at the very, very beginning, whereas if someone takes a different path because of resources, like you had keys, they didn't, they had to take a different path than you, the keys lead you straight to where you need to go, and theirs didn't, like, it can very much be one of those things where you go in there, you have a 5-minute 9, your opponent has a 20-minute 9. Like, it's that big of a thing. CG7 done in level 8, gonna have to go to level 6 now, doing the left to right screen scroll, which is definitely the harder of the 2. But with that, we are just 1 screen away from killing a Goma, getting to level 6. Chest Jerk dropping off some meat here in level 5 and is rewarded with the Any key.
Yeah, and more importantly for CG7, getting the bow before going back into 5 and digging is going to mean he's done. He's going to 9 after he's finished with 6. There's nothing else he's going to look for.
Yeah, Alsoa here is trying to figure out where level 8 is. I don't believe Alsoa took the path that got us the hint as to where level 8 was. So unlike CG7 and Therwolf, who knew where to check for level 8, Alsoa is on a hunt to try and find it.
But Therwolf has found Ganon.
Absolutely. I mean, I was going to say, speaking of finding things, we do have Ganon. So we have the white sword here, so it's going to require 8 stabby stabs with the white sword. So far, we've got 2 of the 6. That's 3, 8, 4, 5. We've got a stun lock here, so Therolf just going to town, stabbing away. Ganon is down, had the 1 arrow left to do it. Make sure he fires the true shot there. Fantastic. You don't know, like, again, that's resource management. Knowing you had to kill Ganon, leaving yourself with the 1 arrow. Mwah.
Now the question is, does he know the path?
Potentially. I don't know if we've seen one or not.
I didn't see one.
Doesn't mean we didn't. So CG7, trying to figure out what's going on here in this level 6. Therolf going back to spiraling out of control. Alsoa picking up a potent potable. And Cheshire finding the hint about level 8 that Alsoa did not find because he took the quick path in level 3.
Captain Green has now completed his Triforce and will be on the way in.
Yeah, the question is, will he make it into level 9 before Therwolf finds Zelda? We're getting awfully close. Therwolf has done a fair bit of this level 9. CJ finding the heart container in 3 says, I don't need you, no thank you. And Therwolf is going to go ahead and find Zelda here with this, going through this one way in only, and that's going to do it. Therwolf going to come in first on our stream with a time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 23 seconds. And also first overall in the race with the time I mentioned there. That was a fantastic race. Finding that ladder in 6 early was absolutely what put him on the path to that.
That was a fantastic showing for Therwolf.
Yeah, like if you're Therwolf, you're 100% super happy with how that went. Like dipping into that 6, getting the ladder super early, and you saw how not having that ladder affected the other 3 of our runners here on screen. It just made everything so much easier. Whereas Therwolf only had to go in and double dip 6, everyone else had to go in and at minimum triple dip it.
And with that, we now have Therwolf in here with us. GG's, Therwolf.
Hey, thanks.
So, I mean, that was an absolutely fantastic seed. And the big thing there is you sticking in that level 6 a little bit more than anybody else did and having the ladder super early. Everyone else so far on the stream has had to triple dip level 6 because of that ladder.
Oh, dear. That's unfortunate. No, it was... I mean, I had a white sword. I was okay. Shoutouts to the white sword, by the way.
Yeah, I would say, how is that finding that as your first sword go, right?
I was very pleased with that. I really think the seed went overall just well. The ladder and recorder's just super required too. So many levels.
Yeah, what was it, 1, 3, and 9?
Yeah. And I'm glad 5 had nothing that I cared about, so.
Yeah, the any key was bait blocked in the northern part of 5.
Oh, nice.
That was the only good thing in there.
I had a recorder at that point, and I'm like, I'll come back if I need to. And I almost did, but I'm like 8 first, then 5. And the bow was like forced in 8. It just you just had no choice.
Yeah, always nice to see the floor item in a big dungeon just being there, like, yep, it's here, it's 4 rooms in, here you go, have fun.
You say that, but Alsoa has almost completely cleared this 8, and I'm not certain he picked up the bow.
Well, it's highlighted, so I'm going to trust Krabs.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I mean, it's highlighted right there, Nora. That's what it's for.
Well, he was still checking items, which is why I was surprised.
I have no idea. I was trying to do an interview. Not a very good one, as you can tell.
Chester finding that power bracelet, so he is now in bow mode as well.
So, and I know it's just a weekly and it's all that, but I got to ask, thoughts on this flag set?
I kind of don't prefer mixed hints for my hints. As you can see, I bought 6, and do you know how many were helpful?
Well,
Six of them were helpful.
What's the hint in level 3 that told you where 8 was?
That was beneficial. That's like the only beneficial hint. Shoutouts to the Silver's hint in 9 saying, yeah, it's not here. It's like 1 room from where you started. Visible.
That's always the best hint.
Yeah, or the obligatory, the compass is the room after the Triforce.
Oh yeah, that's quality. But no, the flags were good. The flags were good.
Yeah, we were talking about it here, about how people were like, yeah, most people are going to love most of this, and then they're going to realize Extra Boss is on and start cursing our names.
It
We
wasn't
really didn't have
too
many of
bad.
those.
I never saw Land Molas, which I will always take.
Yeah, no, we didn't see any of those at all. I think we saw one man handle all seed.
Oh, we saw a couple.
Yeah, there was a couple that I just walked past and didn't care about. But
Yeah, and I think it was like there was the one Dodongo in the Triforce room in one. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of Extra Boss, just a lot of TikTokers.
yeah. And shoutouts to the Goma blocking a Triforce, saying Bo is not in 9.
That was the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny when we discovered that on stream. We were just talking about how important items could be in 9, and oh nope, it's not the bow.
Double Heart 9. That 9 was bad.
Yeah, this 9, when we were talking about, like, it was rough. Like, it seemed like it was just like it felt super linear.
There was only one way to get to Ganon, through some obscure bomb wall. Because I tried every other way. And I'm like, if it doesn't bomb, I have no idea how to get to Ganon, and it bombed, so... Yeah, it was rough.
CG7 and also are discovering the pain that is level 9 right now.
So speaking of, I do have to bring up the whole rupee situation going into Ganon.
Oh, yeah. I was cursing when I looked at my rupee count after firing that last rupee. I'm like, darn it. Luckily, there was Tektites nearby, and, they like to drop rupees.
That they do.
Yeah, that was a little bit of carelessness on my part, but oh well.
It made for a nice little dramatic don't miss shot.
Well, yeah. I could have grabbed a set pair rupee, but what's the fun in that?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do the one thing. I mean, at least it's not walking into Ganon's room, holding up the Triforce, and swag arrowing your only rupee away.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nope. We're not going to mention the names of anyone who might have done that in a Zelda 1 speedrun, but it has happened before. Remember we said earlier about if you play a game long enough, you have stories about stupid stuff you've done?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, I mean, I don't have any more questions. Nora?
No, just congratulations on definitely playing well with this seed and these flags. They're definitely a little different breed of what we normally see out here.
I do have to ask, was the book actually map?
It was.
I snubbed it on purpose, just, down with the book.
You also snubbed a boomerang, and we have to, I mean, I did mention I was going to have words with people.
White Sword, did I have the wand at that point?
Probably.
More than likely.
Yeah. This one was really late. So, yeah, the wand's going to be on the B button, so...
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Mags. All right.
The max was 11 hearts.
Nice. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys watch the others finish. Thanks for the comms, restream, and tracking. GG's.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you as always. Oh, there's Therewolf.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we do have both of our Captain Green and our Elsa. I say our like like we've let them out just to play this race, like we own them or something. Yeah, our Captain Green.
I mean,
Elsa.
for the most part, we do. No.
Yeah, but they're both in level 9. Cheshire is in level 8. He's got the bow, he's got the silver, so that's good. Bad news for Cheshire. He still needs to find level 1.
Yeah. Also finding Zelda's room and just a couple bats there.
I mean, we did see that old guy in 7 keep talking about how he was the terror that was flapping in the night, so.
Yeah. A couple bats in the belfry there, too.
I was avoiding that one.
Oh, you weren't.
No, I absolutely was, considering the belfry is a room in the vanilla game in 5, so. Also, I was trying just to walk through the Gliok head, but Gliok was not letting that happen. So we do have an update here in the rest of the race. We have had 3 finishers since Therewolf, and first, second, and third were all extremely close there. As we mentioned, Therewolf with a 1:10.23 you see on screen. Shaddy coming in second with a 1:11.54, and then Scytown right behind that with a 1:12.17. We also have our 4th place finisher of Homer J. Smash with a time of 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 52 seconds. Do need to give a quick shout out to Homer J. Smash, who is in charge basically of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Seed of the Week. He is the one who tallies up all the points, rolls the seed, gets the flags and everything. So we do have that, the Seed of the Week, if you've never done one before. It's basically a seed rolled every Sunday. You have a week to do it. Honor system, don't watch anyone else. It's an async thing, so do it when you want, submit it. It's all in good fun, and he is the mastermind and architect behind that. So good shout-outs to Homer J. Smash.
Definitely. And Seed of the Week's fun. It's a good way to play flags that you're not used to. Get some different experiences without the pressure of having someone racing you head-to-head. You know, you go at your own pace, submit your time, and you figure out where you place. And it's great. It's had a good following.
It's absolutely blast. This is actually the 1-year anniversary of Seed of the Week. It started out last year this weekend, or maybe it was last one. Anyway, we're right around that 1-year anniversary of Seed of the Week.
And, speaking of other things in the Zelda 1 community, we did hit on the co-op Seed of the Week now that's being run as well. That's being run by King Doll. But we also have the Battle Royales, which is where a lot of this stuff gets started.
Yeah, and basically what the Battle Royales are, if you've never seen them, they are sort of like mini tournaments that are run. They usually go for 8-9 weeks, depending. They're the mini tournaments that are run in between the main tournaments that we have going on. So if you are interested in that, head on over to the Zelda 1 Discord, and there is a spot for that. And if you've never played Zelda 1 Randomizer before, also, that was a very good stun lock by CG7. Stabs away, gets there. Beautiful. And if you have never played the Zelda 1 Randomizer before and you want to, stop by the Discord. And this isn't just me saying this because I'm in the Discord, I'm part of it. Everybody in that Discord is willing to help. You have questions, know how to do it, need to know how to do X, Y, or Z. Go in and ask, and there will be more people more than willing to sit there and help you.
No, absolutely. I remember, this now 4 years now that I've been a part of this, and when I first started, I couldn't finish a seed. People sat down and showed me how to do some of the stuff, and now I'm up here talking with you and running tournaments and having fun with it.
And Nora?
Yeah.
You still can't finish a seed.
Yeah, I know. I can't kill Ganon.
But in all seriousness, you can hear us sitting here joking, having a good time, and that's the camaraderie in Z1R. Zelda 1 Randomizer is how I met Nora, and you listen to us here. We're having a good time, just joking, giving each other crap. So that's the kind of community we are. We're laid back. We're willing to help. Not a problem. So if you want to play, head on over to the Discord. Ask away. We have no problem. Saying, hey, this is what you want to do. This is how you want to start. This is how you want to do X, Y, or Z. Speaking of X, Y, or Z, we've got A over there as number 1. Cheshire has found level 1. And CG7 knows where Zelda is. needs to figure out how to get there. Alsoa is in level 9, needs to find where Ganon and Zelda are. And he's probably killing way too many Tektites in the process. And there is the Triforce out of level 1 for CJ. That's going to put all of our on-screen runners into go mode here. All of them are going to be in level 9 fairly quickly. So yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Nora, 20 minutes ago, it looked like none of these runners were going to get denied very quickly, and now the closing speed is just fantastic.
I have actually put the Discord link in chat now for you if you are interested. It's also really easy.
It is.
It's the https://z1r.games/discord, and that'll take you straight into the Discord.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in, ask around. I would say tell them that I sent you, but they'll just give me crap, and then, just come on in.
We're going to do that anyway.
Yes, that is going to happen, but CG7 has found the one and only path to Zelda, just like there was the one and only path to Ganon here in this seed. This has been an absolutely atrocious level 9. CG7 doing the same thing that Fairwolf did, killing the one Diggle and saying, I've had enough of this, I want to get out of this level 9, finds the room with Zelda, and is going to go ahead and finish here. Our second on-screen runner to finish, our 5th place overall in the seed, with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 30 seconds.
It's still a fantastic time for these flags and the trolliness of that 9, as Alsoa is firing arrows into the dark.
Good thing for Alsoa is this is where he needs to be. He is basically right near where Ganon is.
Finally getting the Tektites to behave.
I mean, can one get Tektites to behave?
Light them on fire.
I mean, lighting them on fire is a good thing, but someone we're not going to light on fire here is Captain Green 7. Joining us now in the booth. How are you doing?
Doing moderately okay after all that. But yeah, thank you.
You had to play that level 9. Moderately okay is an acceptable answer.
Yeah. It's a nice moderate answer.
That was not a moderate level 9, though.
No, that was a complete mess. I mean, I knew that it was a staircase to both Ganon and then a staircase to Zelda because I had tried every single possible bomb wall.
So now finding Ganon himself.
Yeah, I'm still going to have a little bit easier time there with the magical sword there. But I guess the big question here is, or not the big question, but the big thing we want to get the comment on is, how about that ladder?
Yeah, I mean, I was in there, that was my very first level, but it was huge and full of, Gomas, and 2 potential staircase items were Goma blocked. So once I saw that record, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm out of here, I'll come back later. And of course, it's one of those seeds where, like an hour later, it's like, oh yeah, there's my ladder that I needed the whole time.
Yep. See, I mean, the ladder was what not just held you up, but Alsoa, Chester all sort of had the same issue. But so aside from the ladder there, anything else in this seed really just to cause you issues, or was it just the struggles with the ladder?
It was looking for that, and I also knew I was power bracelet required pretty early in the seed because I saw the hint for 8 in the Lost Hills, and I'd already checked every non-power bracelet spot there. So that's why I started taking like every single level I found. I wasn't going to leave any of them without getting every item, because I knew I was at least looking for a ladder and a power bracelet, not to mention the bow, of course. Yeah, it was just trying to find all those items, because I felt like I played okay otherwise, right? I think I died like 2 seconds into the seed and then was fine the rest of the way, but yeah, just trying to find those required items.
Absolutely, a very clean seed, pretty much by everyone. I don't think there's been many deaths. Red Ring was buried somewhere in 7, so it was a late find. But I think everyone on stream at least played fairly cleanly.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I don't think there was any just like, oh, here's 8 blue wizards that say, yeah, you have to fight us and we're max HP, have fun.
Yeah, nothing too awful combat-wise. I don't. It was a lot of long combat earlier on. I think was also an issue. There were a lot of bunny rooms I was clearing and lots of blue Lionels and stuff like that. So things that can turn it into a bit of a slog early.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
No, definitely. So, give us your thoughts on the flags. What do you like about them? Anything drive you crazy while you're running in this type of flag set?
Extra bosses is a crazy one for sure because it does mean like those early Gomas were what chased me out of 6, and it's always good to find a recorder early. That at least made me happy. But just increases the possibility that you get one of those long chain reaction kind of seeds.
Also, has found that Dig Dogger room. He's one room away from ending the nightmare that is level 7 or level 9 here.
Why do you have level 7 on the brain so much?
Because never 7.
Well, never level 7. We'll still accept Captain Green 7.
Well, yes. But with that, also is going to finish in 6th place. 129.03 will be his final time.
And speaking of also, we do have him here.
I just want to know why the second item in 6 was an ambo blocked ladder.
You and everybody else probably.
Well, let's be honest. The reason why is it's you, right?
Yeah. There's also the fact that it literally gave me 2 stair rooms with Gomas and a magic bomb wall for the stair for the ladder, along with more Gomas later in the dungeon. I had absolutely no reason to believe anything but it was bow blocked.
And yet here we are.
Yep, we made the exact same call then.
The only one on stream to not make that call was Theirwolf. Theirwolf went in, grabbed the ladder, grabbed the recorder, and just called it a day.
So we've been asking the same thing to everybody else, so you're going to be no exception to this, as CJ has found Zelda, so does know how to get to her now. Thoughts on the flags, and which one of us are you cursing more?
Well, I would be cursing Teej for the extra bosses, but the extra bosses actually weren't that big of a deal outside of the, 6 fiasco, because that seemed to be a pretty common recurring, yep, nobody's going to check this. So I could also blame Nora, but there wasn't really anything bad about the bow location. It was just behind all of the stuff. So, I'm just gonna blame Dave.
That seems fair.
I'll allow it.
TG gets a night off of being blamed from me.
You will have to go back and watch the VOD. We do throw you under the bus pretty hard.
Am I supposed to be surprised by this?
No.
Can you give me a timestamp besides just yes?
And
Yes.
when you got mugged by the Gibdos up in the Lost Hills.
Yeah, that seems appropriate.
At least that's the one.
Myself, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one I remember referencing.
Something shouldn't play on a keyboard. What?
Hey, no,
Yes.
I didn't bring up any keyboard excuse. I was not giving you any built-in excuses.
I'm building in my own keyboard excuse.
Fair.
Chester is in the right area now, is in this awful tea room full of Tektites that, yeah, this time they behaved and got right in the way of the wand.
At least book with Atlas.
I believe you were the only one who decided to check the book on stream.
No. No, CG7 got it too.
She just got it. Yeah, that's right. Helps if I look at the tracker. which, again, thank you, Arrows, for doing that for us.
So I guess the question is, any final comments, Alsoa?
Did you know that the name of a cooked pigeon dish is called a squab?
I did, actually.
That is what you
Yes.
saw tonight. That is all.
CG's going to go ahead and take Ganon on here. White Sword again will be 8 hits.
Captain Green, any final thoughts?
I like Alsoas. But yeah, thanks guys as well for commentary, and Kairos for tracking, and Speed Gaming for putting on the restream. Appreciate it.
Yes, I'll repeat the thank you to everybody behind the scenes. But I'm going to jump out of here, and thanks again.
Not a problem. Happy to have you guys.
Thank y'all.
All right, so with that, we are down to our final runner on stream. And it's just a matter of him getting back to Zelda because he knows where Zelda is at. And in the time we were talking to Alsoa and Captain Green there, we did have another finisher. That would be with a time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 10 seconds. It is King Doll. And we did mention already that King Doll is the mastermind behind the co-op seed of the week. So since we already shouted that out, again, we don't have to get too much into it. Just big shout outs to King Doll for bringing that to us. He also was the guy in charge and the mastermind behind the co-op battle royale, which was an absolute blast. Well, I had fun. I'm pretty sure Nora did not, but it was just me giving him copious amounts of crap the entire time.
I had fun. It just hurt a lot.
Fair enough. But CJ is going to go ahead and make his way to Zelda and finish in 8th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 43 seconds.
Fantastic showing for our runners. Not really, even though it felt like a little bit of a gap between the four of them, really 10 minutes, not that much time in this game.
No. And if you think about it, it all came down really to just Theriwolf being willing to dig into that 6 a little more and everyone else saying, nope, I'm done with this right now. I'll come back later. And we do, in fact, have ourselves a chest jerk. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
That didn't sound like you were doing good.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was the best seed I've ever played, literally.
I think he's doing good. He's just waiting for his head to stop spinning.
I think the whole room is spinning. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't disagree with
No,
that.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you did have the best 9 of the 4 runners on stream.
Yeah, given that it looks like it was a magic staircase situation, I think I got lucky in that regard. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can judge a seed for me based on how many heart containers I skip, and I skipped 4. So that tells you all you need to know about this seed.
That does tell me all I need to know.
Yep. But yeah, that was a seed that exists in the realm of Zelda 1 Randomizer in the year of our Lord 2021.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Yes.
So I mean, we asked everybody else who had the struggles with it. So it wouldn't be right if we didn't ask you. Although we kind of alluded to it. How about that ladder?
I mean, for me, it wasn't the ladder. It was the recorder. The recorder was 1 key door away, and I can't remember if I was in that room with a key, and I just had to go 1 key room in, and there was the recorder sitting on the floor. So, I mean, I don't even remember. Even the ladder was in the same dungeon, wasn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the recorder 1 key door away, and I just thought, yeah, I could have had that half an hour ago. But
Keysy bit you pretty hard tonight, I think.
yeah, I don't think I had a key in the first 35 minutes.
Yeah,
So that kind of made it difficult.
Yeah, nobody had a key, and like I think you and Alsoa both tried to can a key in that go block room in 6, only to find out that it was a push block door.
Yeah, that could have been a thing. But what can you do? It's over now.
You go cry over spilled milk and race again.
He was never seen ever again. He never came back.
But the future refused to change.
Yes.
Since we referenced Chrono Trigger a couple times during the broadcast, figured we might as well do it one more, right?
Sure. Well, I mean, let's talk about Chrono Trigger. I mean, that's an awesome game. Not gonna lie. I haven't played it in a long time, and I really should get back to it. We should really talk about that instead of this.
I mean, we can tie it there because how about that level 8 map that kind of looked like the Dino Tank?
Yeah, I see it. I'm with you on that. And what was the level 6 shape? Was like a grenade with the fuse lit or something? I mean, I think it's that.
Yeah. We were calling it a cobra in a basket.
Okay, yeah, I see that too.
And so that's a weird one. And then level 3 was the genie's lamp.
Yep. Got a lot of good shapes in this seed.
Yeah, not much else good about the seed, but the shapes are fantastic.
There's something to be said.
Go ahead, Jess. You got to pick one, right? You can have a good seed, or you can have good shapes. You can't have both.
It's in the bylaws. I'm pretty sure that is correct.
I mean, I want good shapes, but that's just me. I'm also crazy.
I mean, yes.
But yeah, I think I've pretty much said all I have to say about the seed. That's still family friendly. So I will leave all you fine speed gaming type people to go about your day. And thank you for the commentary and the tracking as always. I'm sure it was excellent. I can't wait to go back and listen to the two of my favorite commentators. Not gonna lie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I swear, TG, you could have rolled this seed. I'm pretty sure you did. Though.
No, I didn't.
It felt like it.
Which is it did feel like one I would roll, but
It sure did. You were in the room. You were in the IRC room. So that was,
I was.
You did Dave's blessing of the seed without saying anything. So that would have been helpful to know ahead of time. Thank you.
Not sorry.
Not sorry. Not sorry. Never sorry. But in all seriousness, thank you very much, and I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you again for coming in here, chatting with us, and putting on a good show for us. So that's going to be it for us here on SG4. So if you haven't done so already, !R in the chat to get to our runners. Make sure you give them a follow. They're the ones you need to follow, not us. But if you want to follow us, you can see it there in the chat. Thank you for chat for putting that up there. So on behalf of our 4 runners on stream, Cheshire, Elsoa, Captain Green 7, and Therewolf, our tracker here, Karos, and my broadcast partner in the booth, Norestra, I am TG, reminding everybody to, of course, as always, keep hailing.